Trying to get in shape while working in hospitality can feel like a constant uphill battle. You're knackered after work, you're eating random food at weird times, your rota changes every week, and just when you start making progress, it slips, or something gets in the way. Which is why you need help from tools that make the process of fat loss, strength gains, and just overall progress a whole lot simpler, and to make it way easier to actually stick to the process. So these are the 4 essential apps that I would use if I was starting from scratch to make probably twice as much progress in half the time. Number 1 is rep count, or any gym logging app. You need a way to track your weights and reps in the gym, full stop. Because getting stronger means that you're building, or at the very least maintaining muscle, which is what you need because that's what gives you that lean, toned look after the body fat starts to come off. I used to think I didn't need to write anything down. I thought I had a good memory. 50 kg for 8 reps last week, cool, I'll just go for more today. But then the weeks went on and the sessions added up, and suddenly I couldn't remember what I'd done the week before. I'd start mixing up, was that last week or was that the week before last week? Did I do 50 kilos on RDLs or was that on rows? And I ended up having this one session where I literally just repeated the exact same numbers from the week before because I couldn't remember whether I'd actually done that last week or I was intending to do that this week. So at that point, I swallowed my pride and I set up a Google Sheet. Put all my workouts in there, I added boxes so that I could fill in the weight and reps for every single exercise, every single set. Game changer. Because now, every session, it was obvious. I hit 60 kilos for 9 reps last week. Cool, I'll do 10 this week. It's such a small thing, and honestly, I don't know why I was so stubborn about it. But if I put it like this, it's pretty easy to see how stupid I was being. Let's say you do 3 sets per exercise, and you need to remember the weight and the reps for each set. Then you do 6 exercises per session and 4 sessions a week. That's 144 different numbers that you need to remember every week. Over 4 weeks, that's nearly 600 different numbers to remember. We're in the gym to make gains. We're not in the gym to win memory competitions. And that just makes me really want to slap the soul out of my younger self for thinking that I could just remember everything. What an idiot. Anyway, tracking takes out the guesswork. It makes progression very simple. And honestly, it makes you enjoy training more because you can see what you did the week before. You can go in and beat those reps and see that progress that you're making right there in black and white. It's so underrated, but my clients always mention how much they enjoyed the feature of being able to log your workouts in the app just because they can see that progress that they're making. And it makes it so much easier to go in the gym with a plan, know what you need to do to beat your numbers, and then they get to see that progress and they get nice little messages when they hit PBs. It's a win-win. Number 2 is MyFitnessPal or any similar app. If you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, you need a way to standardize how much you're eating. Otherwise you're just guessing. I've just realized there's a bit of a theme to this video. But anyway, guessing is how you end up staying stuck for months, spinning your wheels, getting frustrated at your lack of progress. And that was how I felt, even though I would eat clean Monday to Thursday, but then Friday to Sunday, I would wing it when I had my longer shifts. And I'd tell myself I'm probably eating about 2,000 calories a day, but I wasn't tracking anything properly. I was estimating a 300 calorie snack in the kitchen when it was probably more like 800. Or forgetting the little things. Coffee, energy drinks, biscuits, oil, sauces, fucking mayonnaise, and pints after work. All of those add up. And when you start tracking with MyFitnessPal or whatever app you want to use, the light bulb goes off. You realise what 2,000 calories a day actually looks like. You learn which foods are secretly just calorie bombs. And you see where you're accidentally overeating, and you can fix it pretty easily without needing some strict diet plan. And then once you track consistently, even just for a few weeks, you gain the superpower of being able to estimate calories wherever you are, whatever you're eating. As a chef, it's pretty easy to figure out what ingredients are in certain things. And with the experience of tracking foods and building that up over time, you now know the calorie amounts in these various ingredients. So you can do a quick few sums in your head and figure out, okay, this meal is about 600 calories. It's great for eating out, it'll give you a rough idea, and it's great for staff food where you haven't cooked it and you need to know where you stand for the day. So it's not about logging your food forever, like some boring optimized scientist. It's about learning. And once you've got that skill, you can start eating more intuitively and you can stay in shape year round, pretty much on autopilot, which is the dream. Number 3 is your camera app. Yes, seriously. This one sounds silly, but it's absolutely vital. Take progress photos and do it regularly. Once every week or 2, ideally in the same place at a similar sort of time each day and with the same poses. First thing in the morning works well, or you could do it in the change rooms at the gym after a session. The reason it's so important is because a few years ago when I was dieting, I was absolutely convinced that I wasn't making progress, that I wasn't losing any fat. I'd look in the mirror every day and be very critical of myself, like there's still fat there, My abs aren't visible yet. What the hell's going on? But then I checked the photos on my phone from 3 weeks ago and then 6 weeks ago, and there was a night and day difference. And because the lighting was the same, and the room was the same, and the poses were the same, the only thing that had changed was me. The difference was the progress that I made in those 3 weeks and those 6 weeks. And that's the thing, right? You see yourself every single day in the mirror, in the shower. You don't notice the tiny changes that are happening on a daily basis. You're too close to it. You can't actually see it. You're looking for abs, for definition, for proof that something's working. And when it doesn't jump out at you, you think you're not getting anywhere. But when you have photos, proof of what you look like 3 weeks ago or 6 weeks ago, that keeps you grounded. That shows you what's actually changing. And I get it, right? Some people aren't very comfortable taking photos of themselves, but these are just for you. You could lock them away in some weird folder on your phone that no one can access. But 3 months from now or a year from now, you're going to wish you took more progress photos so you can see how much progress you've made. And here's a pro tip, right? You don't have to mess about with timers and mirror selfies. You can just prop your phone up and record a quick video, front, back and side, and then just take screenshots from that. That's way easier than posing in front of the mirror, phone in hand for 5 minutes, trying to simultaneously flex and take photos without looking like a twat. Number 4 is Happy Scale, or you can also use the Notes app on your phone. Just like with the photos, you need to keep track of your body weight. Not to obsess over it, not to live and die by every single gram, but to see the trends over time. I had a client once who'd tried and failed to lose fat for years. He tried diet plans, tried meal preps, tried cardio routines, literally anything you can imagine. But when we started working together, I didn't even touch his diet at first. No macro targets, no meal plans, literally nothing. All I said was, start weighing yourself every day and follow the workout plan. And guess what? His weight started dropping. Just from that one habit, those tiny changes. Because what gets measured gets managed. When you weigh in every day, you're in tune with it. It's staring you in the face. You start to naturally make better decisions. Smaller portions, fewer snacks, less guesswork. And when the scale does start to show progress, you double down on what's working. And when it doesn't, you can reassess. If you combine that with following a plan and a diet, it becomes another way to stay motivated. You can see how much weight you've lost compared to when you started. That tells you it's working, that the effort's paying off, so you just keep going. Happy Scale is good because it works out the average for you, so you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to panic because you're a pound up from yesterday. You can see the trend over time, and that's what really matters. And it means you don't get lost in the day-to-day, because weight fluctuates. That's totally normal. But that weekly average is your golden metric. I think Happy Scale is only available for iOS, so if you don't have that, you can just use your notes in your phone and work out the average manually, add them up, divide by 7. Or you can use Google Sheets and set it up so that it automatically calculates your average for you as well, whichever one. The main thing is just to keep track of it. So these apps will make getting in shape so much easier. Rep Count to track your lifts, MyFitnessPal to learn about and control your food, the camera app to actually see the progress you're making, and then Happy Scale or your notes to keep an eye on the progress and stay grounded. It's not about being perfect. It's about making things easier to stick to. And if you start using these, your progress is going to be so much easier to see. And it all leads into that motivation, consistency, feedback loop. And the best thing is they're all free.